Hello guys, myself Pawan and you're watching Optimistic Coder, and in this video we are going to design this UI application completely from scratch. And if you are new to Swing or you don't know what is a Swing application, don't worry because I will be explaining you everything in this video from scratch. So watch the video till the end, and before that, if you are new to my channel, please hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you get updated every time when I upload a new video. And before that, please give me a like and let's get started. So let's first create the Java project. Go to File, click on New, and just go to Projects. In that, type Java and just create a simple Java project. So here I will be just giving up name Nike. Click on Finish. So our project has been created, and now in the source folder we need to create a new Java file, that is a Swing builder application. So just type here Swing. You will get the window builder, and within that Swing designer, and in that you will get application window. Click on application window and click on next. Now you need to give the class name, so I will be just giving as ecom. Okay, so let's click on finish. Okay, so we have a basic Swing application code, so you need not to write all these things. It will be by default, it will be generated by Eclipse. So if you run this program, you can see you will be having a frame, and within the frame you will be having a blank get content pane. So we need to do some changes and then we can customize it. Okay, so let's see the design section. To see the design section, you just need to go here. You can see there is a design written. Just click on it and it will show you the design section. In the design section you can have not only the frame and even so many components. There are so many components here, like container, different types of layouts, then different varieties of struct and springs. Then components are there like Jlabel for Swing components, then Swing actions are there, menus are there, and even AWT components are there. Different types of components will be available in this palette. This palette has all the components that you need to design a UI. Then if you click on, for example, here this portion shows that what all components have you used till now. So if I click on frame, you can see the frame is been selected, and the property section will show everything that is the property that it has. For example, what is the variable name of the particular frame, then what is the background color of that frame, and all those stuff. So if you want to change the size of the frame, you can just click here, drag, and the frame size will be changed like this. So even you can go into the code and you can change here the X and Y axis. Now I just want my size of the application should be 1280 in X axis and 760 in the Y axis. If I save it and go and see the design, you can see the size has been changed. So we will keep this default size and we can work on it. Then in this section, this is the X and Y coordinate from where it is going to start. Now if I click on run, you can see the size of the frame is being increased, but the how much width has to be left from the screen edge will be decided by this value. Now if I mention here, for example, 200 and here as 150, and if I save it and run, so you can see our frame has been somewhat came towards the left side, towards right side. Now if I want further, I can just go click 3, save 300. Okay, so now our frame is coming into center. I will just make it as 350. Okay, so this will be the frame location where it will be opening, and we can just quickly start the designing part. So in this content pane, you need to put on some components, like you can put all those components, but before adding all those components you need to mention what kind of layout you are going to perform with. So here absolute layout is present, so I will be using absolute layout. And to select any component you just need to click once, and then you just need to bring your mouse inside the content pane, and wherever you want you can place it. If you try to place in a wrong place, for example here, so it will not even place there. So if you see that the mouse pointer is having a green color symbol, that means you are placing it in a right position. So just click once and your absolute layout will be placed there. Then we will be placing one by one components. For example, if you want to click on label, and if you want to put it anywhere, you can just put it anywhere, just drag and drop. Okay, now I will just delete this. Okay, and so let's start with the program. And first one is we need a background as my, so just take a label. Okay, I will just place the label at 0x0 and I will be dragging it up. Okay, so I have given a size, so this will be the size of this label. Now why this label is having such a big size? Because I will be putting on the background image in this label. So if you want to add a background image, you will select a label and you can just keep the size what you want, and then you can add the label background image. So I will just give the variable name. You can mention the variable name here, so I will be just adding as background. So here I will be using camel case standards, so all my variable names will be accordingly as camel case. So that's my variable name, and here is the icon section you can see, and here is the text. So whatever the text that you write here, and if you save it, it will be shown there. Okay, you can see. So here I will just remove the label, and I will go and add on the, click on the icon section. Okay, click on this 3 dots and go to absolute path in file system and go to browse, and you will get a collection of images that I am using here. So you can take any of the images that you want. So I am taking this thing, open. You can see this image is there, so I will just click on OK. So the image is added up, and our job is done for the background section. So you can see the images came up. Now I need that my image should have a blue color, like transition kind of thing, right? So for that you can do one thing, and that is take another label, place it exactly there, again try to drag at what level you want, drag it a bit below, and this label is also done. Now you can see closely that this label name is not shown, but this label is present. Actually that label is behind the background. So if you want to make it in front, if you want to make that particular label to come at front, then for example I will just change the foreground color to white. Okay, so you can see still we can't see a new name, right? And I will change the size of the text also. You can go and change the font size, font color, font size, and every features of font, what type of font you want in this section. Now also you can't see the label, right? But you can go and change by here. Just click on here, right click, and you can see you have a dozen of options. In that you need to go and click on order, and you can see bring to front. So click on that and you can see the label is there. Now we want this particular section to be a kind of blue. So to make that, I will just take off this label and I will give my background color as blue. Now I will just select this label. Okay, select this label and I will just go to source. If you go to source, you can see it will select the exact same label. Okay, now I will just go here. First I will just give a name for that particular label. Okay, so that we can give the name as blue. Okay, so that's there. Now blue dot, you just need to put a dot and just write whatever you want. And if I write set background, you can see it is coming, and you can select whatever the color that you want. You can select, for example, color for a blue, white, whatever you want. So I will just say color dot blue, and if I select that, go and see, we can't see that, but it is there. Background color is been added as a property. So how can we see that? To see that, we need to make our label opaque. Initially it is been false, you need to make it true so that the background color will be affected. So we need not need of the foreground. So the background color, we can put it as the blue dot set opaque and write as true. If you go and see the design, you can see that yes, the color has been changed and that is blue. Now in the dozen of colors, you can select anything. So I will go here in this I will select this one. Okay, this look pretty good. Now we have added the background color. Now we can't see the behind image, but we need to have a slight glance of that image. So to do that, we need to do one thing, and that is go to source. In this you can see in this new color, okay, you can see here new color. This is the background color. You just need to give a comma, and in that you just give a value. For example, if I give a value of 50, so it will make it a bit transparent. So go and check out the design. You can see it's a bit transparent, but the blue color is still there, but I want it more darker, so I will just go and with 30, hit save and see the design. It's still not that much. Just increase it by 70, I guess. Okay, so this is okay. I need more. Keep it as 150 for now. Okay, so this color looks good and it's a bit transparent, and you can see the background image also, so there's no worries. So we achieved what we need, and now the frame color is here. It's a bit gray color. Either you can put a label right here and you can make that color as white, but instead of that I will just take this background color to be as white. So let's go and click on white. Where is white? Okay, so white, and boom. So we have actually done pretty cool things. We have added a background, we have given a transition to a color, and even we have set this color has to be white. Now we need to write the logo and the content here, like some menu items. So for that we will take a label. I will drag it, drop it here, write as logo, and the label name is nothing. Done. And I have to add an icon, so I will go click on icon, go to absolute. So this is my logo for Nike. Go select it and click on OK. Now we can't see it is because it is behind, so bring it at front. So go to order, bring in front, and as you can see, we can see the label, right? Okay, done. So that's our logo, exactly that. Now we need some set of menus, right? For that you need to select label, drag and drop it here. Okay, So this is the label for men. Write it as okay, and bring it in center. And before that, just make this thing come in front, so you can see that we have a men section here. Okay, so that's our men section. Make a box. Okay, now this text font we will change, and the color also. The foreground will be white, and we can change the font as okay. So the font is ready, so nothing to take a worry of it. Just increase the size of this font. Okay, so that's it. Now the same thing we need to repeat with the all other elements that we are, all other labels also. We need to add some other labels like men, women, boys, girls, and new arrival. So we will add those, and then we can see. So I will add it up. Okay, so I have added all the items that is required for us. So these were all the menu items that we have. So I have just kept it as a label. Now we need to make, we need a small line that is called as Separator. So with the help of Separator we can achieve that. So how could we do it? So just go here, you can see in the component section at the end here, you can see Separator. So go click on Separator, and from where you want it should be started, you can just go and hit there. So I want that Separator should start with here. Okay, so from there you can just drag it to where you want. So I want it till here, and I will make this Separator to come at front, and boom, that's it, you got your line, right? So that's how you are going to give a Separator line. If you want to change the size of that Separator, you can change it. For example, if I want to change it till here, you can do it. If you want it to be extended till here, you can do even that also. I'll just keep it till here. Okay, so it looks till here, it looks good. Now we need to add a background text like Nike, those things. So for that also you need to use label. So go click on label, and you can place it here. I'll just make the size a bit bigger, and we will be using the foreground to be as white, and we'll just give us Nike, and the label Name will be, text will be Nike as well. All will be text capital. Keep it as center, and I will bring this thing in front. Okay, so you can see we need a bigger text, so I will go and select Arial here, Arial black, Arial black but bold. And what's the maximum size we have? Okay, that's the maximum size we have, but even we can increase the size still, so I will just make it italic. Okay, and I will just go to source. So here is our Nike, and that is the font size, so I will just increase it to a 300. Let's see what's the size. That is really big. We can make it as 200, I guess. So click on design. Okay, so 200 is pretty good. So we can go with 200, and you can just place it right somewhere here, wherever you like. So I will just place it around here, I guess. Okay, 250 will be good. So that's our size of our label. Done. But our label Nike looks very much darker, so we will make it a bit transparent. So the same thing we need to do. Go in the foreground, it's totally 255, 255, 255. Just need to add a bit value like 100, and it will make it transparent a bit. Like so, whatever the kind of transparency you need, you can choose that. I will even change the darkness of this thing. Okay, so now it looks good, and even Nike we can see, right? So what kind of transparency you need, you can choose that. So I will be choosing here the transparency as 150. It's too dark. Okay, 120 will be good. And okay, so we got that tagline, the name of Nike. Now we need a label for tagline, so let's select one more, Jlabel. Keep it right here. So I need the Jlabel should be of Arial type, bold, do not make it as italic. .99 size is good. Just give the name as tagline. So that is, just do it. Okay, so that's done. Foreground will be white, and we can bring this order to be front. Okay, so that's our front. Arial black we can select. Okay, so that's our tagline here. that we can make as italic. Okay, and we can just take this Nike right here, bit here. Okay, so it looks good, and we can make this foreground to be as 120. Good here. Now we need to add some other values like 2020 or 4. So we'll add it. So let's add a label. Okay, so this label is also added here. And that is done. Now it's for Air Max, so we will just fill in some text for Air Max 290, something like that. So I will just take some label. Okay, so we have done this. We can give a foreground color as white. Okay, so that's good. Now we can give a bit transparency of 200. Okay, we can reduce that to 150. Okay, and we can add one more label, and that label will mention the series. Okay, so this designing part of this blue section is done, and we haven't write any code till now. Everything is done with the palette and the property section and the component section. So without writing any single code, you could actually design a nice UI by using Swing. So till here it is done, and now we need to add some components here also that will have some functionalities. So let's see. So first one is, I will just add one more thing, and that is an image for the shoe. Just take a label and put it here. Image for shoes, right? So variable name I can give as img men's shoe. Okay, so this will be men's, and we can go select the, go to absolute, go to this. Okay, click on absolute and you can see the image, and now bring that particular image in front. Reduce the size for this. Now we can see it's perfectly fine. Now let's add the rest of the items, that is a search button here and a cart and even 3 bars. Plus we will have some content around here, and we will have the social media content. So first is we need to add a search bar. So for that also I will just select 3 labels. First one is coming here. Okay, so this label I will make it as a search. Okay, so that is done. So it looks good till now. So we have a search bar, we have a cart, we have even the 3 bars. Now we will go click on run the application and we can see how it looks. So as we made the application look exactly the same, and it looks pretty good. So we have all the sections, we have search bar, we have cart, we have this. Now we will add the social media icons here and social media handles. So let's start with the social media handles. So put on a label exactly around here, and that will be Twitter's logo. So you need to do the same thing for Instagram and even for the Facebook. So let's do it. Okay, so we have added the social media field also, and now we need to have a field for all the things that we have mentioned. For example, if it is showing Air Max 290, then we need to display some contents, right? So for that we need to make a box, and within that we will be writing Air Max and the series of that, and even if you want to add, then add to cart button. So first one is we need a label, and we will make that label right around here. It's just a border, so we will just give a border for this particular label. Border dot set border, and we need to write border factory dot create line border. Click on save. If I go to design, you can see we get a nice border of gray color, and in this we will be writing out the content. So let's take the label and okay, so we have the product name as Air Max. Black is good. We need a series, so we will just take a label, put in a series here, and the value is 290. Okay, so design section is done for this. Now we will add one button here, that will be a add to cart button. So just go click on this J button, click on it, bring it here and place it right at the center, wherever you like. Okay, and you can change the text of that button as add plus, and this is BTN for add to cart. add button it is, and if you click on this, it should go and add on this particular item. Okay, so we can keep it like that, and for now we can change the color. The foreground color can be white, the background color can be gray, dark shade gray, and run the program. Let's see how it looks. So our program looks really good. The design looks really good. So everything that we need is being done. So the Air Max is just showing here, and one more thing that we need is here one search bar, and even we need to click on the go button. We need a go button, right? So this button is acting pretty much good. For now we can close it, and for adding on the text field, you can go here. You can see that we have Jtext field. Go click, and approximately here you can just place it, drag it till here how much you want, set up the size, and if you now run the program, we can see that you have added a text field and you can type it anything. But the text field doesn't look so good because the design that I am choosing here is a kind of materialistic design. So for that, if you have this border, it doesn't look good. So let's remove the border of that text field. So change the variable name first, txt search. Okay, so in the txt search section dot, now we need to remove the border. So set border to null. Okay, now let's see the design. So we can't see the border, but yet you can write on that. So now we will make the font size to be plain, but it should be an Arial, and we will keep the size to be 30. Okay, so it's writing properly, we can see, but a user can't even find that whether there is a text field or not. So to make it visible a bit, we can use a Separator. For that, place it right here. Okay, so we got a Separator and there is the line. So I will just make this Separator. Okay, so we can find that there is a small bar. So we need to make the Separator a bit above. So I will just take the bound. It's okay. 155 will be 45. Okay, so this look good, and even we can increase a slight width of the separator as to 30. Okay, perfectly fine. Take a J button, and place it exactly here, and we will give the J button as BT and go. Okay, background color will be white and the foreground will be also white. No, not white, it will be black. And we can keep the borders, so the same way how we are given border to this thing. Okay, this one, you need to do the same thing for that also. Just copy that particular line, click on this button, and you can go on add the border for beauty and go, and I will give it as black. Okay, let's click on search, and yes, we can see we have a button with a go. Let's increase the size of it. The size of this text doesn't look that good, so we can increase the size, keep it as Arial, as 225. I think now it looks good. Button size. Okay, so let's click on run and let's see. Okay, so that's the way how it looks. That we are going to add here is we don't want this default design, this default cross, right? So it doesn't look good. So let's remove that. To remove that particular thing, we just need to go on to the frame section. Then we need to write frame dot set undecorated and write it as false. Okay, now if you run the program, 1 minute, it should be true, right? Now if you run the program, you will not find a border on the edges, right? So that's the way. Now if you want to close it, you just need to go and close it here. So that's not good, so we will make a close button also. So let's go on to the design section. Just drag it down. Okay, even we can go for the images, image background, right? Okay, and we need our background to be this much, and yes, it looks good till here. Now we need to add a cross button here, and when we will click on that, it should just be closed. So let's go and add a label right on top corner. We will write here as close button. Okay, and I will just mention X. We can just write the font size should be Arial bold, Arial black bold of 25 size. Okay, so when you will click on this, it should close. So for that, I will just make it a bit bigger. We can take a size of 30 for now. Yeah, size 30 looks good. Now when you take your mouse and click on that, it should close. So for that, you just need to click on it, then right click, and you can see there are something called as add event handler. By adding event handler, you can actually add some events. So on mouse click, what it should do. So for that, you can do all the things. You can just go on to mouse and mouse clicked. So by that, you will get a default code, and in this you have to write your own logic that by doing that what you are going to do. So I am going to make the frame dot dispose. So it will close the frame. So let's run the program and see. So that's it, and if we are clicking on this, that's getting closed. So now we will just make some customization, like for example, if I'm taking my mouse and going on top of this cross, it should become a red color, and if I'm coming out of it, it should become black. So for that also we need to use event handler. So just click on this and go to mouse event handler and click on mouse entered and mouse exit. There are two options, so click on mouse entered, that is on close dot set foreground color, the color dot red. So now if you run the program, and you will see it's initially it is black, and now we will take the mouse as getting entered into that label, it will change its color, and when you are exiting, it's not changing it because we are not given any function for that. So we need to add the event for that also. So just click on right click and go to add event handler, mouse and mouse exit. On clicking on mouse exit, it should become back to black. So just copy this and paste it out here and write as black. Okay, so you can see it's now working properly, and even it is closing out. So we have done with the UI part, and the UI design has been done. So that's all in this video, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please hit like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave a comment below. And in the next video we are going to discuss about how to make user interactions with the help of event handling. So all about event handling and user interactions we will discuss in the next video.